I showed up to the party and immediately felt completely exposed, like everyone could see right through me. My coworker Jason had been planning this housewarming party for weeks. He'd invited the entire office and everyone was excited about it. Jason was one of those effortlessly social people who made friends easily and threw legendary parties. I'd heard stories about his previous gatherings and felt lucky to be included. I'd been working at the marketing agency for about 4 months. I was still relatively new and hadn't formed deep connections with my colleagues yet. Most interactions stayed professional and surface level. The party felt like an opportunity to finally break through that barrier and become part of the team. I spent way too much time getting ready. I changed outfits 3 times, trying to find the balance between trying too hard and not trying enough. I settled on jeans and a nice top, something casual but put together. I brought expensive wine as a host gift, hoping it would make a good impression. When I arrived, the party was already in full swing. Music pumped from speakers and clusters of people filled Jason's spacious apartment. I recognized faces from work, but everyone looked different outside the office setting. More relaxed, more themselves. Jason greeted me at the door with a big smile and thanked me for the wine. He introduced me to a few people I didn't know, then got pulled away by other arriving guests. I was left standing awkwardly with strangers who quickly returned to their previous conversation, essentially forgetting I was there. I moved through the apartment trying to find my footing. I approached a group from the design team, people I'd worked with on projects. They were deep in conversation about some inside joke I didn't understand. I laughed along anyway, hoping to blend in. One of them, a woman named Steph, glanced at me with a look I couldn't quite read. Not hostile, but not exactly welcoming either. I grabbed a drink from the kitchen and tried again with another group. Same result. Polite acknowledgement followed by subtle exclusion. It was like being behind glass, able to see and hear everything, but unable to truly participate. About an hour in, I noticed something that made my stomach sink. People weren't just chatting casually. They were sharing personal stories, inside jokes, and references to social events I hadn't been part of. The whole office apparently hung out regularly outside of work. Happy hours, weekend brunches, gym sessions. A whole social ecosystem I hadn't known existed. I felt stupid. Of course they had friendships beyond work. I just assumed everyone was as professionally contained as they appeared in meetings. But here they were, their real relationships on full display, and I was clearly outside of that circle. The worst moment came when I overheard part of a conversation near the bathroom. 2 women from accounting were talking, and one mentioned my name. I froze, shamelessly eavesdropping. "She seems nice, but kind of intense," one said. "Yeah, she tries really hard. It's almost uncomfortable to watch sometimes," the other replied. They laughed, not cruelly, but not kindly either, just observational, like I was a mildly interesting phenomenon they'd noticed. I wanted to leave immediately, but leaving early would have made things worse. So I stayed, nursing my drink and pretending to be absorbed in my phone, the universal signal of social discomfort. Jason found me later sitting alone on his balcony. He asked if I was okay, and I lied and said I was just getting some air. He sat down next to me and admitted that his parties could be overwhelming, especially for newer people. He said it took time to find your place in the office social scene and not to give up.